The Albanese government has warned it could walk away from its climate change bill rather than bow to the Greens' demands to get its proposed legislation through the Senate. Live now to Political Reporter Andrea Crothers. Andrea, the government is hoping it doesn't come to that though.
No, we'll be hoping that the Greens eventually come on side and get this through the upper house. But a deal hasn't been done yet. Laura, this of course is over the government's climate change bill. It's pushed to enshrine a 43% emissions reduction target by 2030 into law. Now, we know that it has the numbers in the lower house. It's the upper house, though, where it needs the support from the Greens and at least one crossbencher. Now, the Greens wanted them to be more ambitious. They were initially pushing for a 75% target. The government wouldn't budge on that, but they did decide to tweak the wording somewhat to make it more explicit that this target would be a floor, not a ceiling. It has ruled out bowing to another push by the Greens to have a moratorium on all new oil and coal and gas developments, but so far, the negotiations, they remain underway. The Greens appearing a lot more open than they have been in the past, but Labor not banking on their support just yet.
Are the Greens on board?
Not yet. There's ongoing discussions. So I've had discussions across the board with people of good faith in the Parliament on sensible suggestions and improvements to the bill. We've conducted those discussions in the framework that the Prime Minister and I have outlined very clearly, that we'll be sticking to our mandate and the agenda we took to the election.
We are talking with the government. We haven't made our final decision. We are in good faith discussions with the government and they will continue. This is one piece of legislation. This in no way is the end of the climate discussions in this place, and it is nowhere near enough.
So the government will be introducing this bill into the lower house this morning. I've been monitoring as it goes ahead. It hasn't quite happened just yet. They will first have Brendan O'Connor introducing the legislation for that new Jobs and Skills Agency. But first, Laura, before they get to it, trying to make some changes here in the way that the lower house operates to make it more family friendly. We know this was one of the recommendations to come out of the Kate Jenkins report into Parliament's workplace culture. So already they have the sitting calendar, which doesn't go into school holiday times, but actually trying to make a change to ensure that there are no votes or quorums required after 6:30 p.m. So that's back from 8 p.m. But then as a way to get through all of the business, trying to streamline the way that urgent bills could be declared. So this is something which the opposition is currently up in the Parliament slamming, saying that this reduces accountability and transparency.
Interesting. That'll certainly be a debate in and of itself, but good to see that they're trying to make the hours a little more family friendly outside of school holiday times. Andrea, thank you.